Hi Riley. So how have you been since our last session?
Well, this week's been hard to be honest. I've been having a lot of nightmares and flashbacks, and I've been struggling to sleep the past couple of nights.
Okay. What's been happening with your sleep? Are you struggling to fall asleep, or do you keep waking up, or both?
Well, I guess I'm scared to go to sleep because when I have the nightmares, it feels so real, and then I wake up panicking and I throw up because it feels like it's happening again. And then after that, I don't want to go back to sleep.
Oh, okay, that sounds really hard. I'm sorry to hear that. Have you noticed any change in your mood?
Well, my mood's dipped a little bit, but it's not bad. I'm just definitely feeling more anxious and I keep having panic attacks and I don't want to go outside anymore.
Okay, tell me more about the anxiety and the panic attacks. Is there anything that triggers it?
I'm scared to go out or be around anyone. I constantly feel like I'm going to die in a car crash or someone else is going to die or someone's going to attack me. Someone can say something and it reminds me of what happened, and then I start panicking that something is going to happen again.
Okay, so it sounds like you're struggling with trauma, and these flashbacks and nightmares of what happened are heightening your anxiety, and your body is constantly looking out for threats. I want you to know that this is common for people who've been through similar experiences as yourself. So I'll give you a quick explanation on how the brain is affected by trauma, and then we can look at ways to help if that's okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay, so when people go through one or multiple traumas, they can develop PTSD. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, but mainly with people who've been in wars.
Yes, many people think that people who get PTSD are soldiers or have grown up in war, but in fact, it can be anyone who has been through trauma in life. So, after a trauma, your brain will try and process this memory by trying to recycle it, mostly at night, through dreaming over weeks and months, which is why a lot of people tend to struggle with nightmares and flashbacks at night. Sometimes, high levels of stress stops or impairs the function of the brain's processes and stops the trauma memory from being properly processed. In PTSD, another part of the brain that controls the activation of stress hormones, so the body's fight or flight response, becomes overactivated, causing frequent high levels of stress hormones, and the brain's ability to assess threats can become impaired. So when there is a current trigger, such as how you said somebody could say something, the trauma memory is recalled, which then leads to the emotional and body memory of the trauma to be triggered, making you feel like it's happening again. Your body then thinks there's a current threat, activating the fight or flight response. This can lead to struggling with managing your emotions. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so, but what can I do to stop that?
So, grounding techniques can be really helpful for people who are having flashbacks and struggles with trauma. Have you heard of grounding techniques?
I think so, but I'm not too sure what they are.
Okay, so grounding techniques can help to bring and keep you into the present moment rather than being in those past traumatic memories. They can help your body to realise there isn't actually a current threat and to relive the emotions you're struggling with, like anxiety and fear.
Okay.
So, there are lots of different grounding techniques which are based on your five senses: touch, sight, sound, taste, and smell. So, when you find yourself waking up from a nightmare or having a flashback, try and see what you can notice with your senses: things you can hear, what you can smell, things you can see. You could start by noticing your breathing, concentrating on your breath in and out, how it feels. Is it cold or warm? What it sounds like. You could pick something up and notice all its details, how it looks, how heavy it is, what's the temperature like, the texture of it, and so on. You could put these things by the side of your bed to do this, or when you wake up from a nightmare, like a teddy that's got a nice memory associated with it. Or you could spray yourself with your favourite perfume. Can you think of anything you might use?
I guess I could put some photos of my dog next to my bed and I could get some different scented candles or my favourite sprays or something.
That sounds good. What about something for hearing and taste?
Maybe I could leave some mints next to my bed and put a song on or turn the fan on by my bed.
Yeah, They're all good ideas. The best thing is to go home and try a number of things out and see what works best for you, and then maybe we could have a chat about it next time and see how that goes.
Yeah, that sounds good to me, thank you.
Also, I want you to do one more thing for me if you feel able to.
Yeah, okay.
I want you to try and write down how your experience has made you feel and the impact it's had, and then you can rip it up or burn it or whatever will make you feel better. Okay?
Yeah, okay, I'll give it a try.
There's no pressure, but sometimes writing things down can help you deal with your feelings.